Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
New York Times Business. September 17. 7 o'clock America, New York. Where did it all go so wrong for Juul? A new documentary by the New York Times traces the e-cigarette maker on its path from fledgling startup to Silicon Valley juggernaut and, eventually, public health villain.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 17. 7 o'clock America, New York. iPhone reality doesn't fully ground satellite dreams. Shares of Globalstar, which operates a low Earth orbit satellite network, crashed after the iPhone 13 reveal, but they remain elevated as a mystery project continues.
Daily FX Market News. September 17. 7 o'clock America, New York. Top 10 candlestick patterns to trade the markets. Discover the 10 most reliable candlestick patterns for trading the financial markets.
Naked Capitalism. September 17. 6:56 America, New York. Spanish government infuriates energy giants by making them pay for soaring electricity prices. In retaliation, the energy companies have even threatened to shut down nuclear plants, which would decimate Spain's energy supplies.
Global Economy. September 17. 6:49 America, New York. Investors rein in risk for fear of doing something stupid before year-end. More cautious mood sinking into markets as economic optimism fades.
Naked Capitalism. September 17. 6:45 America, New York. The symptoms show American culture is transitioning into a violent oligarchy. We are witnessing today in America the symptoms of a culture going through the early stages of transition from pluralistic democracy to violent oligarchy.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 17. 6:43 America, New York. Invesco, Lucid, Diamondback. What to watch when the stock market opens today. Invesco jumps on merger talks and Chinese tech giants are edging up. Wall Street Journal Markets. September 17. 6:22 America, New York. Energy price crunch pushes investors in Europe to bet on inflation. The rise in investors' fears about inflation in recent weeks is in contrast to the US, where a similar gauge has been relatively stable.
Forex Live. September 17. 6:12 America, New York. European stocks erase gains, US futures pull lower. Risk turns slightly softer in European morning trade. European equities got off to a good start, but all of that has been erased now as regional indices turn red, with US futures also marked down by 0.3% currently.
New York Times Business. September 17. 6 o'clock America, New York. Mattel dusts off He-Man, with a nod to diversity. The muscular character who triumphed in the #39 '80s has been revived for new generations with 2 action figures and 2 new animated series on Netflix. Sunman, a character created in 1985 by a mother from New Jersey, will officially join the cast of the Masters of the Universe. Wall Street Journal US Business. September 17. 5:58 America, New York. China's bid to join TPP trade group puts members in an awkward spot. A decade ago, it was a trade club led by the U.S. seeking to limit the influence of China's economic model. Now Washington is out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership and Beijing wants in.
Forex Live. September 17. 5:57 America, New York. ECB's Kazakhs. Inflation outlook likely to be revised higher. Remarks by ECB policymaker Martins Kazakhs again. The nature of inflation may yet be transitory, but the challenge for central banks is figuring out how long that may be.
Wall Street Journal US Business. September 17. 5:30 America, New York. Companies grapple with questions about COVID-19 vaccine mandate. Companies preparing to implement the Biden administration's COVID-19 vaccine mandate face logistical challenges and unanswered questions about how to comply, employment and compensation lawyers say.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 17. 5:30 America, New York. China-link gives Hong Kong a boost in bond trading. The Southbound Bond Connect is the latest example of how Beijing is supporting Hong Kong as a financial hub, even as it asserts tighter political control.
Daily FX Market News. September 17. 5:30 America, New York. GBP, USD anticipation grows as FOMC and BO loom, UK retail sales drop. Fundamental anticipation ahead of FOMC and BO leaves GBP, USD stuck in a tight range.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 17. 5:30 America, New York. Lockdowns in Asia deepen commodity supply chain pain. Palm oil plantations and coffee farms struggle with labor shortages and transportation curbs as COVID-19 cases surge.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. September 17. 5:30 America New York, FDA panel to weigh COVID booster shots. The Biden administration's push to introduce widespread vaccine boosters faces a test as a Food and Drug Administration advisory panel meets to weigh evidence on the extra shots, a topic that has divided federal health officials.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 17. 5:30 America New York, why free trading will never be free. Some brokerage customers aren't happy that Robinhood and its rivals sell their orders. Even if regulators ban that practice, there are other ways no commission brokerages can make money from your trades.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. September 17. 5:30 America New York, lockdowns in Asia deepen commodity supply chain pain. The recent surge in COVID-19 cases in Southeast Asia has throttled ports and locked down plantations and processors, sparking extended disruptions of raw materials such as palm oil, coffee and tin. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. September 17. 5:30 America New York, tallying emissions becomes a new challenge for companies. Disclosures might be required soon on the amount of greenhouse gases released, but for now uniform reporting standards are lacking.
Wall Street Journal Markets. September 17. 5:30 America New York, Democrats want to raise taxes. Here's your to-do list. Consider making these moves before year-end to stay ahead of Uncle Sam.
Forex Live. September 17. 5:12 America New York, Japan PM Suga reportedly throws support behind Kono to succeed him. GG Press reports on the matter incumbent Japan vaccine minister, Taro Kono, is odds-on to take over the helm from Suga, and at this point it may seem to be more of a formality.
Global Economy. September 17. 5:10 America New York, China's request to join Trans-Pacific Pact will be judged on merit, say U.S. allies. Beijing submits application just a day after Washington forms new military partnership.
Forex Live. September 17. 5:08 America New York, ECB's because market expectations do not foresee a rate hike in 2023. Remarks by ECB policymaker Pablo Hernandez because it is damage limitation for the ECB as they are trying to debunk a report yesterday suggesting that internal projections are showing that rates could rise in 2 years' time.